Welcome. So, in this section, we're going to cover how ChatGPT can help you currently, regardless of what your business is, or regardless of what industry you're in or what job you're in, how ChatGPT can help you. So, for the example, we're going to pretty much simply put, just ask ChatGPT how it can help different types of businesses, and we're going to see the response and pretty much just go from there. So, let's go ahead and begin. One of the first businesses we're going to start with, and again, this will work for any business, is any business, and we're going to provide examples. But for the first one, we're going to start with how can ChatGPT help accountants? I don't know. I just came out with the head. There's probably an accountant out there who bought this course, and so let's see how ChatGPT can help you. Let's go. All right, so it's coming out with an answer. Oh, that's a good one. In accounting, there are many different loopholes and savings you can get for your clients and the people you work for. So, or yeah, in your business, and asking ChatGPT to indulge on different um, strategies will greatly help you. It's also said performing calculations, generating documents, um, and again, it has potential to useful tools by automating some of the tasks and processes in accounting. Accounting is very let's just say tedious. It was one of the only college courses I struggled with when I was in college. But for those of you out there who are doing that, shout out to you. But you all know that it's very much a old school type of thing. There has not been much new innovations in accounting for a while. So if you can use this new technology to pretty much just help yourselves do better in your job and make your lives much easier, I think that's a win-win. So what we're gonna do is just copy this and let's see how ChatGPT can help. Let's see, what's another business? Insurance providers, insurance brokers. So the insurance brokers, for those who don't know, are people who pretty much work to get the best rates for people. Simply put, and the reason I'm picking this is because it's something that is, I don't want to say off the wall, but it's a random niche that some people do. So we're just gonna pick random different things, and again, whether you're a football player, basketball player, um, social media manager, uh, developer, things like that, we'll go into it. But we're gonna ask, how can it help insurance brokers? Let's see what answer it comes up with. See, it said Dayways, whatever. Insurance brokers. There we go. So it's following the same format as it did before, listing out the steps. So it can provide useful information about insurance policies, coverage options, regulations. That I think that would be a big one. Who brokers looking for guidance and want to stay up to date on changes in the field. Again, as ChatGPT develops, it's going to be able to scour the internet for not only sorry the latest updates, but also new regulations. So that's something to keep out for. Uh, Generating documents, generating reports, and responding to customer inquiries. So this is all good. Again, you could always ask, can you expand upon those ideas of helping insurance brokers? But we're not going to do that now. If you're an insurance broker, most definitely do that, or whatever you are, most definitely do that. But again, for the sake of time, let's not do that right now. So let's go ahead and copy and paste a couple more just so we can show the capabilities. Nurses. Now again, nurses are very, or the nursing industry is a very in real life industry, if that makes sense. It's not very, tech based. Nurses are actually doing things on a day-to-day basis. They have traveling nurses and things like that, but it's a very in real life occupation. So if there's a way that ChatGPT can improve nurses' life, let's see. Three, two, one. So one thing I do notice is that it's kind of following the same, providing information, generating reports, responding to customers, responding to patients. It's kind of following the same um, format, which it isn't wrong. These are all correct. But what I want to do, just for the sake of the example, I'm going to ask it to expand upon the ways it can help nurses more in depth. So also remember, you can ask these questions yourself. If you're not, if it's, maybe didn't give the most detailed answer, it just kind of did a surface level answer, ask it to go in depth about provide number one, two, or three, or four. So for the sake of the example, I'm just going to ask it to expand more in depth and give us some more ideas. But again, you can always go more in depth about specific topics. Ask it to write you a script to generate reports, what type of patients you have, the more information you feed it, the better it is. But for its specific example, I'm going to ask it to expand upon the ways, so these ideas right here, um, that it can help nurses. So let's see what it says. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I was wondering, I'm like, well, it's kind of doing the same format, but what it did this time, as opposed to the other time, is providing examples. So if you can see, it still has providing information, but it says, for example, which is good. A nurse can ask ChatGPT about the recommended dosage for a particular medication or how to treat a specific medical condition. This one says, nurse can information about the patient's medical history, current condition, treatment plan, and it could generate a care plan that outlines the steps that need to be taken, which is good. And this one says, for example, a nurse could use ChatGPT to respond to patient inquiries about when to take certain medications or what side effects to expect. Okay. And a nurse could input data about a patient's vital signs, medication administration, and treatment processes. GPT could generate a report that summarizes this information, so which will be do well. So helping nurses analyze trends. So I think that'd be good. So overall, I think it'd be a useful tool. I'm saying this, not ChatGPT. And let's go into the next. So that's one of the ways you can use it to, like I say, if you're not satisfied with the answer or you just wanted to go a little bit more in depth, you can ask it to go more in depth about number three. It can provide more examples for that, so on and so forth. But for sake of time, on to the next. So one of the other ways, and we covered this one a lot, online